Hello everyone, my name is Jane and welcome to the PokemonAthon recommendations! I'm so excited because today I'm going to recommend books for the PokemonAthon. And in case you don't know, the PokemonAthon is a Pokemon themed readathon that I created that will take place in November. I will link the announcement video with all of the readathon information, so if you want to check it out, it will be in the video description. But basically, I just wanted to recommend today some books that are fulfilling the PokemonAthon prompts. And there is two types of prompts. There is the main prompts of the readathon and the theme prompts, and I thought about recommending the main prompts, but the thing is that a lot of the main prompts are pretty personal. There is a lot of things like an author that you love, a book that you forgot about, a series that you need to continue, just a lot of personal stuff. So instead of it, I will be recommending today the theme prompts, and the idea is to read books that are themed around your theme type. There is water, fire and grass, so basically reading books with the color of your type or with the word of your type in the title or the setting of your type. Now, all the books that I'm going to recommend today are also fulfilling at least one main prompt. Before, I'm pretty sure that everything is fulfilling at least two, so I won't go over all the main prompts that the books are also fulfilling, because like this the video will be so long. So today I'm just going to focus on the theme prompts, and also I try to pick only short books to recommend today because the readathon itself is less than 3 weeks. It's not a full month readathon, so you do have less time to read. So I'm recommending only short books and also a lot of graphic novels because I love graphic novels and they are perfect for short readathons. So yes, I'm going to separate this video into water, fire and grass, and each section I'm going to recommend books for this theme. And I'm really excited, so let's start with the water theme. So honestly, I have the most recommendations for the water theme. I'm one of the leaders of this theme, and I'm realizing on myself that I really love books that are set around water or in water themed. So I do have a good stack of books to recommend. And the first two books are graphic novels because again, it's a short readathon and you can gain the same amount of points with the graphic novel that you can read in an hour or two. So that's perfect. And the first one is The Girl from the Sea by Molly Knox Ostertag. And this is perfect for the water theme because it's fulfilling all the theme prompts. Also, you have the word sea in the title. Also, the cover itself is blue, and also the setting is really around water. And basically here we are following a teenager that one day meets a girl. So this girl came from the sea. She isn't a mermaid, she's something else, and suddenly she's becoming human. And the main character is trying to help her, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil anything, but overall it's a really cute book. It's sapphic. The two girls are falling in love with each other. It's so cute. I love the illustrations. I really love the format. Illustrations are so cute. They're just so beautiful. And there is also a lot of text messages, which is cool. Like, I just love the different format. And honestly, this is one of my most favorite graphic novels. It's also a new release. It was only released, I think, 2 or 3 months ago. And yes, it was just so adorable and again, perfect for all the 3 prompts. And the next graphic novel is Bloom by Kevin Panetta and Savannah Ganchue. It fulfills the color prompt and the setting prompt because basically in this story we are following 2 teenagers, and one of them, his parents, are owning a shop near the sea, and the other boy is starting to work there. And this is a male erotic, enemies to lovers. It's really fun. Also, all the illustrations are blue, which is so cute. Like, everything is in the same color, which is the color of the water theme, so this is perfect. And yes, I just think that this graphic novel is another really cute graphic novel. Also a romance story, but also coming out and coming of age like the previous graphic novel. And again, graphic novels is perfect for a short readathon. You're gaining the same amount of points with a shorter book. So yes, I really enjoyed those two and I really recommend them. And the next book is an adult romance that I just adore. One of the most fun adult romances that I read this year, and this is It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. This is more of a summer read, but I still feel like it's so fun no matter what is the season. It's a new release and it was just so fun. And basically in this story we are following a woman. She's something like 27, 28 years old, and all of her life she didn't work. She always got money from her stepfather, but then she is getting herself arrested. Her family are sending her to a port town where her father that passed a long time ago grew, and the idea is for her to start working and to start being more mature and more adult and just to take care of herself. So she's going to this port town with her sister, and then she's meeting this guy, and he is a fisherman, and it's also enemies to lovers. Like, they hate each other in the start. It was just so fun, so steamy. I had an amazing time with this book. I also read read it on audio. It's not the shortest book on this recommendation list. It has almost 400 pages, but I feel like you really fly through the pages. It reads really quick. And again, I personally read it in the audiobook. It was amazing, so I definitely recommend the audiobook. Yes, the cover is blue. The setting is definitely a water setting because it's in a port town, and also again the boy is a fisherman. So overall it was just an amazing read and so much fun, and again one of my most favorite adult romances of this year. And the next book is my most favorite book of 2021. If you are not new to my channel, you probably know what I'm talking about, but I can't not recommend it because it's just perfect for the water theme. And this is The Wicked Deep by Chia Ernstno. Oh my god, this book is just so perfect. And basically this is a dark fantasy book. It means that it's fantasy but more dark and more gloomy, and we are following a town that 200 years ago the town people killed 3 sisters because they suspected those sisters to be witches, and since then every year those sisters are coming back to kill boys and basically to get revenge because what the town people did to them. And this book is just the most atmospheric, emotional book that I read. It's a lot around the romance because the main character of the story is a teenager that is trying to protect a new boy in the town, but it was just so full of emotions. I love the writing so much. This is those kind of writings that you can't put the book down. I just felt like I'm really in this world. This is my most favorite book of the year. The writing style here is so amazing and so poetic and just so beautiful. And like you can see, there is also blue on the cover. There is the word deep, which counts as a water related word, and also the whole story is a lot around water because first of all the town itself is a port town, and the main character of the story, the teenager, she lives in an island near the port town, so again a lot around water. It's just everything, all the fantasy element of it. There is a lot of water here, like water is a main element in the story, so this is just perfect for the water theme. And it's also short, it's only 300 pages, although it feels like a whole world. It was amazing. It reads really quick because again you just can't put the book down. And yes, just my most favorite book of the year. I can't recommend it enough. And the next book is a fantasy read that read really quick, and this is The Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. Now honestly this isn't the most amazing fantasy book that I read, but it's really quick, and honestly it was really fun and really enjoyable. And basically we are following a pirate that is going to the ship of our enemies to try to find some kind of map or something like this. It was just really quick, really fun. I think it's perfect for a short readathon. The only thing here that counts as the water theme is the setting, because again pirates in the sea, and all the first book is in a ship in the sea. But if you already read Daughter of the Pirate King, you can read the sequel, The Daughter of the Siren Queen, and it will also count as the color prompt, and again also the setting, because the setting is still around water. And yes, it was just a really quick, cute duology. I think it's great if you are trying to read a lot of books in a short time. I think this is really good for it, and overall I enjoyed my time with it. The characters were really cute, and I think it's really fun. And the last book for the water theme is The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Weir. I actually read it only this week. It's pretty new to me, but it's pretty perfect for the water theme. You don't have a water related word in the title, but also the cover is blue, and also the setting is around water because we are following a journalist that goes to a cruise ship to write about the cruise ship. And this is a thriller, so something happens in this cruise ship, and I just think that this is a really fast-paced and enjoyable thriller. It was really fun to read it, and this is another book that I read in the audiobook, and it just felt really quick. I really love Ruth Weir's writing style. I feel like this is those kind of writing style that just make you say, let's read just one more chapter again and again. So this is just those kind of books that you read really fast because you just want to keep reading. I feel like this is perfect for a short readathon, and it's really around water. Like I really love the setting of the cruise ship in the middle of the ocean. It's really thrilling because there isn't any way to escape it, so it was really fun. And yes, I feel like some of those books are already books that I recommended a few times in the past, but I really love them, and I feel like they are perfect for a short readathon again because they are short. But now let's go to the fire theme. Now unfortunately I do have the list recommendations for the fire theme. I just don't want to recommend books that I don't actually believe that they are good. But the point of the fire theme is to read, of course, books with red on the cover or a fire related word in the title, but most of all books in a fire setting, which means a hot setting, a desert vibe setting. And my friend Esme, one of the fire team leaders, is hosting the Desertathon also at the same time of the PokemonAthon, and this is a desert vibe book readathon, so she has a lot of desert vibe books recommendations, and I will link her recommendations in the video description. So if you're in the fire team, you can check also her recommendations for more books that you can read. But of course, I do have some recommendations, and I will start again with a graphic novel. And unfortunately, I didn't find the graphic novel with 2 or more prompts from the team prompts, but I do have here Fangs by Sarah Anderson. The only prompt it fulfills is the color prompt because the cover is red, but it's so fun, especially it's really short. This book we are following a couple of a vampire and a werewolf. This is basically a compilation of their moments and how the supernatural in the relationship takes place. A really fun graphic novel, and the main thing is that it's really short. It has 100 pages, and also the illustrations, like you can see, are really small. They aren't full page illustrations, so it reads so quick. I actually read the whole book in 15 minutes. You actually can read a whole book, a whole graphic novel in 15-20 minutes because it's so short, and already gained all of the points and also the color team prompt, which is really perfect. So yes, I can't not recommend it because it's so short, and again, perfect for a short readathon. And the next book is a contemporary fantasy that I loved so much, and this is This Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling. I read it only 2 days ago, and I read it in 1 day because I couldn't put the book down. It was just so enjoyable. This is a fantasy book about witches. It's also sapphic, and I just love also the plot, also the characters so much. We're following a teenager witch, and she can't tell anyone about her magic. And I was sure that this is going to be mostly romance, like contemporary romance, but the fantasy is the main plot here. The plot is really good. I just enjoy this book so much. I feel like it's just perfect for fall and for winter, for the cold months. It's so cozy and so fun, also really fast paced, but still the characters are so adorable. And you have also the word born in the title, and also you have red here in this card. And I said it in the PokemonAthon, but you can read books with any amount of the color on the cover and it will count. So also this little bit of red will count as a red book. So it already fulfills 2 prompts. It's really short, only 300 pages, and like I said, also fast paced, so it reads so quick. And I read it only in 1 day because it was just so quick to read and so fun. And the next book is actually a YA horror book, but it's more of an atmospheric book and not scary book, and this is Burn Our Bodies Down by Rory Power. Now Rory Power is the author of Wilder Girls, and I DNF'd Wilder Girls, so if you didn't like Wilder Girls, I still think that you would like this book because it felt to me so different. Like honestly, it felt like 2 different authors wrote it. I really loved the writing here, and the plot is a teenager that always lived with her mother, but her mother never told her about their family. And then the teenager finds out her grandmother, and she is going to the town where her grandmother lives to find out more about her family because she always felt really alone. And it was just so good. I feel like the plot was really unexpected. I really loved the direction the plot went, and I didn't expect it. It was so unique and not the things that I usually read about. Like you can see, there is Born in the title, the cover is red, and also the setting is really hot setting. Like a lot of the books that I talked about are in summer, but they are not always feels like in a hot setting. This book was really around the hotness. It was in the summer, but you really felt the heat of the summer. It was in the descriptions and in the plot, just everything here was really around fire. So I feel like also the setting is really perfect for the fire theme. And yes, it was really enjoyable, really weird, but this is a YA horror, this is the genre, and it was really fun. And the next 2 books are both 4th books in a fantasy series that they are not the shortest books, but I still feel like they are really good, and both of them are in desert setting. And the first one is Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Young. It's in a desert vibe setting, and you have the word fire in the title, and I really loved the word of this story. It isn't one of my favorite fantasy books that I read, but I know that so many people love this book so much, and I was really fascinating from the setting of the story, because in this world there is humans, but there is also demons, and you have also half humans, half demons, and the demons basically rule the world. And every year I think 8 girls are chosen to serve the demon king, and the main character of the story is one of those girls that are getting chosen, and she really hates the demon king because they took her mother when she was younger. So this is really emotional book. There is a lot of trigger warnings here, so please check those out. It isn't an easy book, but I still feel like this is a really good read, and it's really perfect for the setting of the fire team. So if you thought about reading it, yes, it's not the shortest, but the most important thing is for you to enjoy. Also, if you will read only 1 book, I think this is a good one. And the next series is An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. I read the whole series in a read-along, and honestly I didn't really love the rest of the series, but I really enjoyed the first book. And if you're thinking about reading the series, the first book is again perfect for the fire team. This cover that you are seeing is without red, but you have another cover that is red, so that counts. You have the word Ashes in the title, and also this is in a desert setting, so again perfect for the fire team. And we're following two main characters that are basically going to a military academy. One of the characters learned their whole of his life to be another soldier in this world, and the other one is a teenager girl that goes to there to be a spy. I don't want to say too much, but if I didn't enjoy the rest of the series, the first book was really good. I really enjoyed it. So if you're just thinking about giving it a chance and you're in the fire team, this is a good timing to do it. Now we got to the last team, the grass team. The idea is to read green books or books that are set in the woods, in the forest. I feel like I'm reading a lot of books in the forest. I just feel like this is a setting that happens a lot. I also feel like a lot in fantasy books. So again, let's start with the graphic novels because I'm just trying to recommend short books for you. And the first one is Through the Woods by Emily Carroll. And this is a horror graphic novel, but it's really fun. I feel like the illustration style is really amazing. It's really creepy and scary, but it's still so fun. If you don't love horror, it's probably not for you, but I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. And yes, it can count as the fire team because there is red on the cover, but you also have the word woods in the title, and also the setting of the story is in the woods. So overall, it's more fitting for the grass team. And this is a short story collection. There is 5 short stories here. Horror stories, just really fun. Again, really quick to read. So if you are still planning to read thrillers and horror books also in November after Halloween, this is a really good one, and it was really enjoyable and really short. And the second graphic novel is honestly the shortest graphic novel that I ever read and the shortest graphic novel that I own. And this is The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. This is just a really cute book. It fulfills the color prompt because the whole cover is green and also the setting is in the woods. And basically this is just a really cute graphic novel. You have the Tea Dragon Society and they are basically raising those little dragons. You have also in the back of the book the information about all of the dragons, which is so cute, and the illustration style. Like you can see, the most beautiful illustration style that I ever saw. Just so adorable. Like really, the illustrations here are amazing. So beautiful, you can't stop looking at all the beautiful details. And it's really short, like it has 50 pages. It's really short. I probably read it in half an hour. It was really quick. And you know, for the short readathon, quick books are really good. The next book is The Throne of the Key by WATER+FIRE. This book fulfills only the setting prompt, and basically we are following a woman that are getting a new job, and she's going to a house of a rich family to take care of their kids. And this house in the middle of nowhere, and there is a lot of woods around it, but overall the aspect of woods and grass takes a big part of the story because there is also a garden in the house itself, so it's like a part of the setting. And for me, this is my most favorite thriller I read from WATER+FIRE. I really love writing. I already said it in the water team because I already recommended book by WATER+FIRE, but I just feel like the whole story was really good and really creepy but fun because the main character goes to this house and she's alone in this house with the children, and the house is really creepy, and it just was so fun to read and really quick. Like again, those kind of books that you just want to read another chapter, so it was really fun. The next book is actually a YA romance. I recommended it a lot in the past on my channel, so I'm going to recommend it again. And this is You Have a Match by Emma Lord, and I love this book so much. Now, if you are looking on the cover, it seems like this is a water-themed book, but this isn't actually water-themed because we are following a teenager, and this teenager does a DNA test, and she's finding out that she has an older sister that her parents never told her about. And the main character goes to a summer camp because her older sister is guiding in this summer camp, so the goal is for them to get to know each other. And this summer camp is in the woods, in the forest, so all the setting is around the woods. Like the scene with the water was really short, so I don't know why this is the main element on the cover, but it's mostly around the woods. And also there is green on the cover, although it's a little bit, it still counts, so it fulfills 2 points of the grass theme. And I just love this book so much. This is a great coming of age story. I just feel like it talks perfectly about also coming of age, about family, about friendship, about romance. I just feel like the author took all of those elements and made them work perfectly with each other. It was so fun. I really love the characters, and I feel like this is a really good YA coming of age story. It was just really fun. The next book is Verity by Colin Hoover, and this is a romance thriller. I love love Colin Hoover so much, one of my favorite authors, and I think that this book is so good. There is a green on the cover, and actually the setting, I think it also can fulfill the prompt. I'm not sure because I read this book a year ago. I'm pretty sure that it's also a setting of woods and also water, but basically we're following an author, and this author gets a deal to keep writing a really famous book series because the original author got into an accident and she can't keep writing the series, and the main character goes to this author house to basically get information about the series and to understand where the original author wanted the series to go. So she's going to her library and everything, and the whole house is really creepy. This is a really good thriller, and again it's also romance. The romance is a big part of the story, although I think the thriller is the main plot. Yes, it was just really amazing. I recommended it a few times before on my channel because it was just really good. And the last book for the grass team is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Steven Chbosky. Now, I read this book so many years ago when I was in high school. I'm not sure if this is the best read for more adult and mature readers, although I think the book was just wow. This is basically a YA coming-of-age story. We're following a teenager, and this teenager has a depression, so there is a lot of trigger warnings in this book. Please check those out. But first of all, the book is also green, and also you have the word flower in the title, which is a grass-related word, so it fulfills 2 prompts for the grass team. Also, the book itself is so short. I have this book in my native language, and it's 200 pages, so it's something around those pages, also in English, and it was just really emotional read and really a good book. It was one of my most favorite books in high school, so like I'm not sure how much it fits more mature readers, but if you're in high school or in middle school, I feel like this book is just really good. I just really enjoyed it. I think it was a great book, and I never talk about it, although it was one of my most favorite books back in the time. I just feel like this is a great book and it fulfills 2 prompts, so it just worked perfectly for this team. And yes, this is actually everything, the whole recommendations. I tried to recommend mostly short books, like I said. You have a lot of books that you can read really quick and just gain more and more points, especially graphic novels. Like again, I love graphic novels so much. All of the graphic novels that I recommended here today are so fun. I really hope that you will enjoy these books, and I really hope that I was helpful with those recommendations. Again, all of the Readathon information will be linked in the video description, and also Esme's recommendation video for DESERTATHON books if you're in the fire team. You can check more recommendations. Yes, I'm just so excited for the Readathon. I really hope that you're excited too. Thank you so much for all the support of the Readathon. It's so amazing to see people talking about the Readathon and getting to the Discord and signing up. Just so amazing. I didn't expect so many people to already participate in the Readathon, so thank you so much. I'm just so excited. And until my next video, you can check more videos by me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone!